All right. September 30th, 2022. And I'm going live again tonight because I won't have, as far as I know, I won't have internet come Monday. So I'm just making hay while the sun shines and talking about stuff. But anyway, I'm live waiting for some people to come in if they want to, and if they don't, that'll work. Been on a minute. Nobody on the porch, nobody in the house. It's been a nice, very sunshiny day today. Uh, and my daughter she might be able to go back to work next week. Don't know yet. And she's got some kind of insurance through Walmart about being hurt or something or sick and can't work, and it pays you so much for the time you're out, but she's not quite sure how that works, and she doesn't know if she's eligible for it or not. So maybe she'll. I swear I need to start shaving better or something. I don't know. I must have picked that or something like that. Must have. Nobody on the porch. Nobody in the house. Uh, had an amazing tip left in my tip jar on my channel last night. And that's not the first time that lady's left me a substantial tip. Back when we was having to move and all that stuff, I know she tipped me at least $400, and that's a year and a half ago. Uh, Last night she tipped me $300. Uh, I wasn't expecting that. I kind of thought she might leave something, but nothing like that. We're still in the woods financially, but that helped out big time. It helped out big time. We're still going to lose our internet on Monday because uh, she's lost about $6,000 since she hadn't been able to, when she got COVID. And and when you don't have a cushion financially, that's a big that's a big stab in the household budget. I may not have nobody come on tonight. You know, it's Friday night. People I know used to Friday evenings when we used to do all of our shopping and everything. Even though I was self-employed and wrote myself my own check and everything, we still we still did most of our shopping, our grocery stuff and everything uh, on Friday evening. Uh, even unless we didn't get a paycheck for that day. And yes, I was. Hey, Cindy, how you doing, dear? I mean, I was self-employed. I was in business, but sometimes my employees got paid, but I didn't. There was a few times like that when we had trouble meeting payroll. Wasn't many times, but sometimes it happened like that. But it has been a real sunshiny day. Um, let's see, it's that Cindy. Who else is in there? Somebody else left me a thumbs up. Got two thumbs up. I'm doing okay. I'm that tip that Granny Doe left me. It played. I don't know what happened. Things went blank, so I restarted. But yeah, we had sunshine today, and uh, I didn't. I went out there. I tried to get on my scooter, but that seat's so screwed up and it's twisted one way. I can't. Who is Gino? Young? Uh, I. You know what? I've got a lot of people that I have subscribed to. What are you flashing that light in there for, boy? Sonny boy? Quit, Jay. But what was I talking about before I got interrupted? Oh, I was talking about Jen. I've got a lot of subscribers that people that subscribe to me, and I automatically, there's only two people here right now, but and nobody but Cindy is online on the comment section. I give it a few minutes. I got distracted again. But yeah, Granny Joe left a $300 tip in my tip jar last night, and it was so welcome. However, it didn't get us over the. I'm not going to pour mouth no more, but it helped. It helped. I did find out today that my computer is going to cost approximately $110. That's to pay for the new uh, power supply and the labor uh, putting it in. The labor's $45 to put a new one in, and they're charging me $59 for the power supply, which I can get that power supply if I want to buy it straight out from somebody off of Amazon or eBay for $29.99 with free shipping. But the thing about it, when you take people don't want you to go buy your own stuff that has to go in there because they got it marked up to $59. Uh, Yeah, you're right. And truthfully, I don't know when, because every cent that I've managed to lay my hands on this in the last couple of weeks, I've given to Jennifer for the household thing, because you know we can't. The car payment has to be made. The electric bill has to be paid. The rent has to be paid. Car insurance has to be paid. There's certain things that has to be paid. And her going back to that doctor, uh, she's got about a $60 copay on that, and uh, so there's certain things that had to be paid. Unfortunately, the things that got paid due to Granny Doe and everything yesterday, and I sold some items the other day for one item was $40, another item was 20, and Ricky Lance had sent me $20 in that package the other day, and I was going to use that to get my computer fixed, but that was before I knew that the situation that my daughter was in financially, and and thankfully Donovan has been able to be working for the last 2 weeks. Um, and it so I'm not going to complain. I don't want to go off the internet on Monday, but it is what it is. I will do some live streams using her phone. Uh, I may even make a video or two. I don't know if I can monetize them like that or not, uh, but that's the plan anyway. I'm really disappointed about everything, the way things has happened, but I can't I can't kick about it. And then people down in South Florida, they got hit hard with that hurricane, and now it looks like South Carolina's starting to catch it right now. Uh, I don't. I'm fortunate. I really am. Uh, I'm still in shock that Granny Doe left me $300 last night. I don't know what we would have had to let go if that hadn't have hit. Is that a cat? Hey Jay,
Yeah?
did I just see a cat running in here?
No.
Is Mama asleep?
Yeah.
You go to school Monday?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I thought I seen a cat or heard a cat. I mean, I wasn't sure if it was. And you're right, Sandy. Count my blessings, not the debts. And I am counting my blessings. At least I'll be able to go do a live stream. I may even be able to make a video and put it and upload it to my channel on her phone. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna try to do it. Thumbs up, folks, if you haven't already. when I get off of here, I'm gonna go in there and bake me a. Well, I'm gonna nuke me a baked potato. Boy, we what would we do without a microwave? I can bake a potato in 7 to 8 minutes. Um, I made me a pot of beans day before yesterday, and I've already eat all of those. It was the northern. I don't particularly like northern beans. I like the beans I like is pinto beans, black eyed peas occasionally, and navy beans. I don't really like the northern beans. Northern beans to me just makes you fart, and it kind of gives you the runs if you eat enough of them. Well, that I'm gonna try it. Um, I wished I had somebody that was really savvy with YouTube and AdSense that could get my computer once I get my computer back from repair. It's not there yet, and uh, get my computer straightened out as far as it seems like I've still got a YouTube account called Wooddobber. And I thought when I changed the name from Wooddobber to Junkdobber, that would eliminate that thing, but undoubtedly it didn't. And that one keeps interfering with the other one when I'm trying to do something. I can't get my head wrapped around it. That is really bothering me. Right, I wonder how did I do that? Looks like I cut myself or something. But yeah, I went out there a while ago to see if I could ride my scooter. And I'm just sick that I didn't have them call the police and everything when that happened. I would have probably wound up getting that scooter either repaired or a brand new one, and I might have even got a settlement check from their insurance company. I probably would have. But I don't know what in the world possesses me. Like when that guy hit me and he come out of there and he would, oh, I feel so bad about it. Are you hurt? Do I need to call an ambulance? You know, when he said, do I need to call an ambulance? I should have said, hell yeah. And I'm sitting there and my seat's all cockeyed. I can't lean back in it because it's fell over on the back side. And uh it's farts are fun. Oh my gosh. my, my mother-in-law, the first time I ever went up to my wife's home, with her parents and everything, and she always kept a bowl of pintos sitting on that table. And I eat a lot of beans, and I would get gas. And me being new there on the scene, and didn't want to fart in front of nobody or let one slip, I would take a walk outside. And they never could figure out why I would just all of a sudden get up and go outside and then come back in. And it was one of them, I don't remember if it was my baby sister-in-law or my baby brother-in-law. Accidentally was coming out there as I was out there in the driveway letting a fart. He or she, I can't remember, coming there. He's he's letting a fart. Yeah. what he's doing. That was in 1962 or 63. I was just up there for a visit. Uh, that was good. Boy, I wished I could go home one more time. That to me, that place is home. I I was born in Roanoke Rapids, North Carolina. I, we moved from Roanoke Rapids to Norfolk, Virginia before I was able to remember. I was just a baby. So I was kind of partially raised in Norfolk, Virginia. And then I was kind of partially raised in Jacksonville, Florida. I call my shots before I pull my order. Well, that Cindy, that depends on whether you around people you know. You know, you don't mind letting one slip around somebody you know really well, but if you're around strangers, you kind of don't want to let one rip. But I found since I got old, if I got to fart and there's people around, I may try and hold it. And if it's a big one, I'll just let her rip. I'll do it in the store or something. And my daughter, if she's out with me and I do that, she really gets upset. But I don't mind letting them rip. You know, it's just a fart. It's just a fart. There's a lot of things that doesn't embarrass me anymore. I guess when I was a kid, if I had a place like that on my face or something, I wouldn't go out in public. It's kind of like getting a zit or something, you know. I wouldn't do that. But I don't care anymore. I don't, you know, it's a zit. Everybody, that's not a zit. I don't know. I scratched it or something. But, and just like shaving, I really don't. I just shave with that, well, I'll show you what I shave with. If I can find it, this land should be laying right here. Where the same hill is it? It's supposed to be laying right there. I don't see it. Anyway, it's one of them little electric clippers, a small one. And I just burped. Um, I just eat a banana. But I used to shave every day, except I've had a mustache. I'll cut it off a time or two, but I used to be clean shaven all the time. You know that I don't know about how many times a day it is, but that's probably about right. Probably about right. And if y'all was watching that recent video of mine where I was showing how I made this compost tea maker, you know, where I use two buckets. I put a spigot on the bottom one, and I run that compost tea out of there as it builds up. You know, that it makes a liquid as that stuff in the top bucket's composting down, and that was just the other day. And I went out there a while ago, and I was gonna move it, and I thought, well, dang, that thing's heavy. And I set gallon jug under the spigot, turn that spigot on, I got about 3/4 of a gallon of compost tea out of that thing. And uh, I was shocked. And it really, that tea, it stinks. You don't smell it as long as it's in that bucket and you got that other bucket sitting on top of it that's draining into it. And if you put it in a jug, you keep the lid on the jug, you don't smell it. But when you take that lid off, it smells. Do you chat with Christy yet? I'm talking with Christy tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. And I've already got that set up. I finally figured out how to get my my that makes me so daggone mad. My, what do you call it? StreamYard. Yeah, I finally got that set up to work on this computer. Oh, but I talked to her tomorrow at 7 o'clock. And it took me setting it up 2 or 3 times before I finally got it right. But I'll be talking to her tomorrow night. You know what, folks? As much as I like to sit here and talk about stuff, there's stuff that I would like to talk about, but I don't dare do it. Because to start with, some of the stuff I want to talk about is my thoughts on some stuff that I don't won't say I believe in, but just my thoughts on it and my opinions on it. And I know that some of y'all have got opinions definitely different than mine. And I don't want to piss off none of my subscribers. But there's some controversial stuff that I would like to talk about. Alan will be happy. I like Alan. There's a guy called Mike Knowles, and he talks about different things. And when I'm wanting to talk about something, you got to understand, I'm 82 years old. I go all the way back to World War II. So I have opinions about things, and I don't know if you could call me opinionated or not. I don't know. But a lot of people have a hard time just because somebody believes one thing, and like, and I won't call no names here, like there's this fella and this lady, they believe the earth, the world is flat. And when I even touched on that, I lost. If the subject has political, people get upset. Freedom of speech is a wonderful thing, but a double edged. You're right, Sandy. And I'm just definitely not going to get into politics. And but I will tell you this without calling names or anything. Uh, there's some political people. I won't say I hate them, but I will tell you I can't stand them. And some of them are on both. Some of them are on the Democrat side. Some of them are on the Republican side. Uh, I wish if I could form a government, if it was in my power, I would like to take what I like about the Democrats and what I like about Republicans and make a political party. Uh, hey, scrapping together. I was just looking at your channel a while ago. It just popped up on my screen. I was looking at something else and it popped up down at the bottom, and I went and I had a look. See, I'm doing okay. My daughter's been out of work for over 6 weeks now, and we're financially struggling and all that stuff. But on the other hand, I'm thankful about some things. But politics sucks. It sucks. Been very busy. Just wish scrap prices would come up. Yeah, I remember the first time I ever scrapped anything and what the prices was, and it was. I can remember when aluminum cans was $1 and something a pound. I don't know what they are now, but I can bet you they're not even close to $1 a pound. It's an oxymoron. People can't agree to disagree. Well, let me say this about flat Earth and round Earth. When, and I've had them try to explain to me, 40 cents, good Lord. I've had flat earthers try to explain to me how this is possible. I said, if you could take and physically walk, keep walking all the way around the world till you wind up in the same spot, that sure ain't flat. And I've been on some air flights that was so high that you could see the curvature. You could see that it's round. And I'm talking about when you're up about 40,000, 50,000 feet. That's miles. It's round, folks. And I lost two good friends over that, and so that's why I don't argue with them about it anymore. But and what kills me is these people that are flat earthers. I ain't no sir. I ain't gonna even. I just feel sorry for the children that's going to school and what how they deal with their teachers and stuff when they're trying to teach that stuff. Uh, but it ain't flat. I don't mind saying that it ain't flat, but if you want to believe it's flat, hey, you go right ahead. That's your prerogative. You can believe whatever you want to believe. Um, and there's people that believe we never been to the moon. There's people that believe we've never seen pictures of Mars and some of these other planets and stuff. I believe we've been to the moon. I believe we've seen it. Seen these other planets. And but flat still has thickness. Round, flat, thick disc that can be walked around. Well, walk and swim. uh, I don't know, and I don't plan on doing any traveling to prove otherwise. Um, and I don't ever plan on going across in the big water, like going across the Atlantic or the Pacific or taking cruises. I don't believe in these cruises at all. Let me tell you something. When I come back from Europe one time aboard a ship, it was called the Simon B. Buckner. It was an old World War II Liberty ship. And I'm going to tell you what, folks, I got sick after about a day out. I got sick and it took 9 days to cross. And I stayed sick that whole 9 days. Plus, you could go up on deck to, to try and puke or throw up over the side, which is a bad idea anyway, because when you throw up, the wind is blowing back up over the side and it blows it all back in your face. I remember this one guy, he was wearing glasses and he was at the fantail, that's the back end of the ship. And I was walking up there and I seen him leaning over and I seen him let it go. And then he turned around and it was all over in his face and on his glasses. Looked like it hit a snowstorm. I felt so bad for him. But I'm telling you, yeah, and keep this in mind. Say this is the ship and it's rolling, these waves, that ship, you'd be on the rail there and it would roll over to one side, and all you could see is a big valley of water. And I mean, that's all. You couldn't see the sky because it was up the other side. And then it would roll the other way, and all you could see was sky. And the closer we got to the U.S. of A., the worse it got. And I haven't lost anything in that Atlantic Ocean or the Pacific Ocean or any other ocean. And I imagine the Great Lakes, they say it's like an ocean when you're out there on it. I ain't lost anything in that water. Nothing. The only thing I want out of that water is maybe crabs or fish or something like that. But by gosh, somebody else is getting it. I ain't going out there and having to get it. No way. That's the sickest. That's the only time I had to take a ship when I was in the military. The rest of the time I was flying. But boy, it was bad, and it smelled bad because I was down in the hold. I didn't have like a cabin or anything like that. www.youtube. This site has been updated. Why does that keep popping up like that? It keeps popping up. It says www.youtube.com.now. www.youtube.com. This site has been updated in the background. I don't know. Don't do that on my other computer. And then this other one, like scrapping together has popped up a while ago. I don't mind those that I know. And this one here says Flimlow Raps. What really happened to James Booby Miles from Friday Night Lights? I don't know. I don't know him. And I don't care. And he hit the big X on that. So much crap pops up. Hey, Barbara, one of my favorite redheads. I won't say my favorite redhead because I think I might have some other redheads. Cindy Conway, that's a lot of scrap. That's a blessing. Now you need to have the price you get paid go up. Oh, yeah, it is. But back when I first started scrapping, prices was a lot higher. And I made a lot of money off of aluminum cans. Well, I won't say a lot. But the thing about me, I was mainly scrapping because I enjoyed it. And when I first started, I guess you could say scrapping, when I still lived out in Central at my house there, and my wife was alive and everything, and we didn't have like garbage pickup. We had to take it to this area about 2 miles away, and there was a big dumpster, and you dump stuff in it there. And I was always seeing stuff. Uh, I was always seeing stuff that I wanted, and if I could reach it, I'd get it. I even went so far as to make me a pole about 6 feet long and made me a hook that went on the end of it, kind of like a hoe. And I'd reach that hook down in there and pull stuff out of there. And I was bringing some of that stuff home one time. And have you ever heard of a dirt dauber? It's a kind of an insect that makes its nest out of mud and dirt. And my wife stuck her head out back one time. She seen me coming in there with some of that stuff. And she hung her head in there. You ain't nothing but a shit dauber. I got an email address that's shitdauber@gmail.com. That's what she called me, a shit dauber. I was always picking through stuff like that. And I don't know what got me started. That's how I got scrapping. Because when I retired at 62, I didn't have nothing to do, so I started scrapping a little bit. I had a big 24 foot uh, truck with a 4 foot overhang over the cab. It was a U-Haul truck that I bought it from U-Haul, and I was hauling stuff around. And then I started going to. It says it's a rebot scam stuff. Just be cautious. Yeah, I'm real. I always get email that says uh, we've been trying, and it shows like FedEx or something, and it said we've been trying to get hold of you, sheet dauber or junk dauber. We have a package we can't deliver. We need to schedule information and all that stuff, and I know it's a fake, and I don't even go to it. They want the information, so I don't go there. I'm pretty savvy about stuff like that. Fell I never fell, but for one scam, and it was just $10. That's the only time I ever fell for one, and I had never fell for one since then. But yeah, she called me a shit dauber. And I've got an email, shitdauber@gmail.com. It's still up and running. I got another email that's sheetdauber@outlook.com. I got another email that's it's junkdobber@gmail.com. And I got one that's wooddauber@gmail.com. And the only reason I got that, I can't figure out how to delete it. Uh, in a way, I wished I'd have never changed my channel name from Wood Dauber to Wood Dauber to Junk Dauber. Because when I was Wood Dauber, I was had my wood shop out there, and I was building bird houses and different things out of wood and stuff like that. And some incredible stuff I was building, decorative stuff. And I don't know what happened. I got ticked off one day about something, and I had about 40 or 50 bird houses and little boxes and stuff sitting out, stuff that I had built. And I got ticked off about something, and I got into a rage, and I went. I went and started throwing all that stuff on a fire pile out back, and I set it on fire. I mean, I burned them slap up. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. I had so many people upset at me about that, especially my sister-in-law. She was upset because of some of that stuff she wanted. I can't remember why I did it, but I did it. I went out there and did it, and I even made a video of it. I think I made a video of it. I'll have to try and look that up. But it's on my other computer, the one I can't get on now. I took a $700 load in last year, all heavy, short iron. Um, I have had the biggest copper score I ever, that I took in at one time was about 300 pounds of copper, clean copper. Uh, I did about 300 pounds of brass one time. And the most steel that I ever took in at one time was about 2 tons, and it was on the back of that big U-Haul truck I had. One time I had about 1,500 pounds of aluminum that I took in at one time. But I had that big truck. I was going after it big time there for a while. And I really can't get my mind to remember just what all was going on at that time. But in hindsight, I shouldn't have started scrapping though, because that's when I started going downhill fast financially when I started scrapping. And I don't know if it was because I was scrapping. I can't remember. I just made some bad decisions, folks, and it's nobody's fault but my own. And it's just like when I'm talking about struggling financially, I'm not implying that it was somebody else's fault or the government's fault or any of that. My situation has been totally my own doing, my own fault. I made the decisions that got me to that situation. I didn't have anything to do with this current situation you're in because of what happened. My daughter got sick. She got COVID again, and I was scared to death I was going to get it again, but I didn't get it. But she got it, and I figured she'd be out of work 2 weeks. Well, they won't let her go back now because when she went back to the doctor about it, they didn't like something they saw on her cardiogram or something like that. And she has to come back with a clean bill of health on that before they'll give her the okay to go back to work. And that's exactly what happened here. Oh, but that's what's caused our current situation. is she got out of work for, it's been over 6 weeks now, and Donovan missed 2 weeks. So that was 2 weeks pay on him, uh, and 6 to 7 weeks on my daughter, and when you don't have a cushion, in other words, an extra $4,000 or $5,000 sitting in the bank as a cushion in case something happens, and something like this happens, uh, it hits you financially. I mean, big time. And they're the only two working, you know. There's them two and me and Jaden, and all I get is my Social Security, which everyone, if you've all been watching, you know, I only get $750. Uh, let's see. Yeah, I get $750, and I get to keep $150 of that a month because I'm paying $600 a month towards the household expenses, which is dirt cheap considering I got a roof over my head, I got food on the table, I got internet service most of the time. There's been a couple of times we had to let it slide. Um, so $600 is a bargain, and I'd be up to Poop Creek if it wasn't for my daughter and my grandsons. Yes, I would. But it's my fault. I made my bed and I got to lay in it. And I guess, folks, uh, is it? Oh, it's after 8 o'clock. I guess, folks, that is my story, and I'm sticking to it. And all you folks that stopped in, I appreciate it. What if something else popped up? Now this is Norton. Norton 360 is currently performing background tasks while your computer is idle. You know what? I just thought of something. Survivor comes on Wednesday nights, and we're 2 weeks into the Survivor thing right now. I saw the first one, I saw the other one the other day. But daggone, I ain't gonna get to watch it this Wednesday because we won't have internet. I watch it on the internet. I'm subscribed to the CBS channel, and I only subscribe to that channel when Survivor is running, and that costs $9 something a month. If we had TV service, I could watch it on that. But I've been thinking about getting one. I see these antennas that you can paste on your window, and it's supposed to get all three channels within a certain amount of range. I wish we had that. Of course, if you have that, no good if you ain't got a TV, and we don't have no. We got 4 TVs in here, and don't none of them work. Something's happened to every one of them. And 2 of them are fairly new. They're fairly new, but we don't have no TV service. All my TV I watch is on the YouTube channel. There's nothing I want to watch on TV anyway except Survivor. I don't even watch. I don't want to watch the news. I can see all the news I want to see on the internet. I depend on everything for the internet, which reminds me, tomorrow is the 1st, so that means I got to get on my Medicare insurance thing tonight at 1 minute past midnight. That will be the 1st, and I need to order my cross counter meds that I get. I can get $180 worth of across-the-counter meds and stuff, and that's good for 3 months. I can only do that every 3 months, so that comes to $60 a month. But that's where I'm at, folks. That's my pepper plants is. I'm so glad that storm missed us. So glad. I need to get out. Well, I can't get out there because my scooter's messed up. I figure it'll be another couple of weeks before I get that new scooter from Patriotic Kenny. That old man's funny as crap. He's my age. He was in the Navy. He was born in 1941. I was born in 1941. His name is Kenny. He's funny. I seen something one time he was putting lipstick on. I don't know what the deal was on that. Oh. But this new scooter I'm getting, it's not quite as big as the scooter I got now, but you can fold it up. It comes apart and you can put it in the car. And my daughter, I done told my daughter she's gonna be taking me places and leaving me for a few hours. Let me do my thing. I even want to go over to my old neighborhood and look around. See some of my lady friends over there. I want to see Miss Ashley. I want to see, oh boy, what's her name? What was that lady's name that old lady kissed me on the lips? Oh, and she's older than me. She's my mama's age. What was her name? I can't believe I forgot that. Some of y'all was bound to remember what her name was. But anyway, folks, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. And tomorrow is Saturday. I probably won't do a live tomorrow because tomorrow I'll be talking to Christy and Marty at 7 o'clock. But folks, those of you that's ailing and have problems, my thoughts and prayers is with you, and I hope y'all thoughts and prayers is with me, and hoping that I deal with this no internet thing come Monday. It's everything, I watch all my shows, different shows and stuff, and different YouTube channels, and it takes up a big part of my day. Hey, Dwayne, I didn't see you. I didn't see you, my friend. Barbara's walking down to her brother's house. She's pooped. Well, be careful. It's dark out there. At least it's dark here. All right. I'm out of here. I'll see y'all in the next one. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. See ya. Now, how do I turn this? I'm not on live stream. I'm on, I'm on YouTube's thing. What are you doing, buddy? Okay. All right. I'm out of here. I'll see you in the stream. See ya. Boom.